drum roll. We're gonna put all the 3 poses we learned so far together into a flow. To some degree, you already know everything that's coming your way. To another degree, you haven't really learned the transitions between the poses. And the transitions can be, their own little learning challenge. So be patient with yourself and also enjoy a little bit the miracle of learning something new. It's like sometimes it's very easy in the beginning to want to raise a hand to be like super cool and advanced. And true, it's cool if you have really amazing skills and experience, but also the beginning is kind of very special because you're entering a new world, and so you want to kind of savor that miracle too. So as we're at the end of level 1, remember to really enjoy your first steps and what it feels like to do something that's probably outside of the range of what you're familiar with. I'm gonna give you a couple pointers just before we start doing it. We're gonna start in bird. That's a pose where you're flat. And we've shown you a little bit the transition before, where the flyer brings the knee to the chest, the bases, feet go to the thutt, and you come sitting in throne. And then from throne is probably more of a challenge. You want to be able to sit on one leg in throne, and then the base's other foot goes up the back slowly, and this requires cooperation between the flyer and the base. Because as a flyer, if you don't lean back at all, the base can't do it. If you lean back too fast, you're too fast. As the foot comes up gradually, as a flyer, you have to gradually lean back. I'm going to go over a little technical detail later after you kind of see the bigger thing. So we're starting in bird. Nice. You're in bird. At this point you should be comfortable to just take one foot away. If you're not, work a little bit more on bird and just taking feet away. We're going to take a foot away. Sonia's going to bring her knee to her chest, her foot on my shin. We're going to do the same on the other side. As a base, remember to keep your knees bent so your flyer's shoulders are higher than the hip. Then the base straightens the leg. We come into a nice throne pose. Now this is going to be the challenge for most people. I'm going to do it extra slowly. I'm going to communicate to Sonia with hand squeezes. We're going to keep weight here. I'm going to move this foot up your back. I'm going to take a foot out. You want to practice just taking a foot out. So now my foot is at her sacrum, and I'm going to slowly bend the other foot so that the back foot moves up her back. She leans back, and once I have her whole weight, I can move both feet on the back. I'm going to move my hands to her ankles. We're in throne. The next thing is to go back. First step is go back to the soles. Sonia bends her knees. Third step is I'm going to take my right foot. I'm going to pivot the foot across her back. Then I have a free foot. I go to her butt. And I want to bend my left knee to help Sonia sit up. And Sonia sits up slowly. Keep your weight here. Yeah. Nice. Go back and throne. We've done this transition before. Sonia's feet on my shins. I bend my knees. We connect hands in between her knees. Hold here, move here. Nice. Firm bird. And we come down. Nice. And I want to show you a little bit, like a little detail. If we can have your back. So remember the transition where we go from throne to high flying veil? So if this is my foot, I'm first going to be across her back. I'm slowly sliding up her back until around here. And then when I bring my other foot in, I turn my feet to be parallel. The whole business of having our foot perpendicular across her back is for comfort as a flyer. Some teachers don't teach it. Some teachers kind of go just from parallel feet to parallel feet. Parallel feet on butt, parallel feet on shoulder. And so that's an option. It's a little less comfortable for the flyer because if I'm only supporting her on one side, she has to hold her core to stay stable. It's a little bit more convenient if you quickly want to go somewhere else. I recommend if you start with your foot parallel, and then later you can do, whatever suits you best for the moment. Nice.
Awesome. So now we're going to combine all three of the moves we just learned, from bird to throne to high flying whale.
High flying whale.
High flying whale. So it's a bit more challenging to combine all of them together because you're going to need to add a lot more transitions in here as well. So let's try it. So starting in bird. You want to be comfortable here before we start. To ensure that you are comfortable, maybe you can ask the base to remove one leg at a time and maintain stability. Take some core strength, take some balance. Okay. Now from here, we are going to bring one knee to chest and the other knee to chest. In a squatting position and stand up straight. Nice. Now we're in throne. Now to transition into whale, we are going to let the base take one leg and put it behind our back. And we're going to slowly lean back. Now here, we get it more comfortable by having a parallel foot. And that made this position a lot more comfortable for you. Enjoy this lunar phase. It's peaceful. Okay, now to get back into throne, we're gonna have the base grab onto the base of our feet. And force our weight to one foot. Rise up. During all these poses, try your best to have your weight balanced onto both sides. It makes the base's job a lot easier, and it does take some core strength, but a lot of stability. Okay. Now we're going to bring our feet to the top of the knees. They're going to bend. You're going to grab each other's hands between your knees. Forward, and one foot at a time. We'll go back into bird. Awesome. There we go.